What's happening?
What's going on?
Too tall.
Too short.
Favorite twins. Back at you like we never left.
We're gonna get straight to it.
Yeah. Ain't no playing today.
So somebody asked, why is it accountability that was served and not justice? Because I said it wasn't. Justice hasn't been served.
It's gonna be a minute for that.
Right. And so I start thinking, how could I explain this to a lot of our athletes and people that follow sports and conversations like that we talk about, that we, that watch us? And I said, okay, let's say you got a bad team.
Okay. A bad team?
Bad team. They don't play good. They ain't that good. Bad teams win games. They might win a game, but that don't mean all of a sudden they're good or the culture has changed.
Yeah.
Team might go 2 or 3-7. That don't mean the culture's changed. That doesn't mean that they're a winning team. That doesn't mean that they're, ascending, whatever the term is. Mm-hmm. So that's why I say that accountability was served, but not justice, because it's not. In this case, y'all think about this. The video was in 1020 HD. You had as much evidence as you could have in any kind of case. It wasn't no fast moving. It was slow and just methodical. And everyone still was sitting on the edge of their seats to see if dude
whether or not
was gonna get a guilty verdict.
When it should be, it shouldn't even be a question. But that's why you say it's accountability, because he was the one.
Right. He was held accountable.
Right.
He was
held accountable for his actions.
Right. But
we still
not
fighting
justice.
today.
Yeah, this not justice.
We still fighting today.
Because 5 minutes later, some black kids are fighting. Knife was involved. Not saying what. Yeah, the girl with the knife called the police. And I don't have all of the facts, but I did look it up. But things happen really fast. Cop pulled up on the scene. Some black kids are fighting. Shoots the girl 4 times.
You just can't pull up and start shooting.
Pull up and start shooting. And the girl that called the cops was the one that got shot. Now, I'm really hard pressed to imagine that if this was a group of white girls fighting, that
the cops are not gonna pull up
shoot
and
a white
get
girl
the bus
in her yard.
It's not gonna happen.
Hard pressed to believe that.
It's not gonna happen.
People, y'all know. But that's why the culture has to change, and it has to. That's what we're fighting for, the culture to change. And things that have happened in the past, there can be some retroactive things to occur, some actions to reach back and not fully wrong rights, but do something to pad the pain. But we got to do something about the future. Like, we got to do something.
That's big. The future is big.
I had a father text me yesterday. We were talking about training, and then a random text came through, and he still talks about the fear that he has for his son, for his kid. Now, just for a second, if you are a white parent, for 1 second, do you fear that the cops will kill your son or daughter? Chances are you probably don't. That's not one of the things that you fear.
But the reality is that the opposite side does fear that.
And it's been like, y'all, this ain't new. This ain't new. The cameras is just catching it now. This ain't new.
They been, but even The other day we was talking Rodney King. That was on video too.
Rodney King, that was on video. That was in the 60s?
Nah,
No,
that
80s?
was I want to say like the 80s, 90s,
No, 80s.
80s.
I want to say
Because
that
I remember seeing that on the news.
What year was that? Oh, they're talking about the riots. Was it 92?
But that's what I was about to say, 92. But it's
thinking
been
late
happening. It's continuing to happen.
30 years. That's crazy.
When is it gonna stop?
That's crazy. I don't know what I've been trying to look up so much stuff, just been going back in history. No, yeah, Rodney King was obviously he was born in 65. Maybe that's what I was thinking about. But that's crazy. 92.
Yep, the 90s.
Yeah,
It's
that's
2021. Nothing has changed.
That's crazy. It's amazing that was on video. But there's just so much, I don't know, there's so far to go. And I was, just thinking yesterday about how, think about the energy, y'all, that's gone into this to get what should have been such an easy case. Think about the energy that went into this to get the guilty verdict, y'all. It has been exhausting. This is crazy that it took this much energy. The world had to protest.
And with you saying that, I really feel like the world had a part in him getting that guilty verdict.
It's crazy.
Like if there wasn't so much outcry, so much pain, like I don't know if he would be guilty. Do you?
Let me read y'all what the Minneapolis police said after the death of George Floyd initially. On Monday evening, shortly after 8 p.m., officers from the Minneapolis Police Department responded to the 3700 block of Chicago Avenue South on a report of a forgery in progress. Officers were advised that the suspect was sitting on top of a blue car and appeared to be under the influence. 2 officers arrived and located the suspect, a male believed to be in his 40s, in his car. He was ordered to step from his car. After he got out, he physically resisted officers. Officers were able to get the suspect into handcuffs and noted he appeared to be, officers were able to get the suspect into handcuffs and noted he appeared to be suffering medical distress. Officers called for an ambulance. He was transported to the Hennepin County Medical Center by ambulance, where he died a short time later. Do y'all hear what that statement just said?
Said that they knew
officers
that he was in distress.
What are we saying, y'all? Officers called for an ambulance. All of the evidence showed that they denied medical attention. This is in the courtroom. All this information, the videos, everything was coming out. The people that were there, that were first responders, maybe not in suit, but let them know, hey, we need to get off.
To get off, and didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
Said somebody had to come and push him off.
Officers called for an ambulance. He was transported to Hennepin County Medical Center by ambulance, where he died a short time later. No, he died right there on the scene. At no time were weapons of any type used by anyone involved in this incident. They've been called in to investigate this incident at the request of the police department. No officers were injured in the incident. Body-worn cameras were on and activated during this incident. So interesting, the picture that they tried to paint. Look, I know there's a lot of you that don't want us to even have this kind of conversation. Stick to the sports, stick to training. But like I tell, and I had a conversation with one of my clients one time, and I brought this up before. The idea, she asked, and sadly it was a genuine question. I can't believe this such and such happened to you, Tuck. You're a business owner and a college graduate. No, stop. Man, stop.
None of that matters.
When I leave here,
None of it matters.
That's not, I don't wear business owner college grad. Yo, when I leave here, I'm a black man. When I leave here, I'm a black man.
Who was this? We was just talking about it. We were just talking about the concealed jump.
Yeah, the concealed. I have my license to carry. And there's a different picture painted if my jacket or shirt was accidentally up and you saw my gun on my hip, I'm probably looked at like some hood, some thug. The picture ain't the same.
Boy, and you got the dreads? Oh.
I'm not looked at like that. I'm not looked at this citizen just
exercising his right.
Not looked at the same. And I know for a fact because I haven't been treated the same. But that's why we have these conversations. These are for our athletes, our kids, our brothers and sisters, And I'm going to tell you what was crazy. This past week, we had a horrible incident happen in this area. There was a triple homicide. And it was a black man that did it, man. And rest in peace the kids and the mother that died. Just a sad story. Mm-hmm. Just sad, just terrible. Right here in Austin. And the guy that did it again, he was black. Do you know what people were saying publicly, all on the comments when the news was reporting he was black? The first thing a lot of people decided to say was, "Where's Black Lives Matter now?"
That's the go-to.
What does that got to do with this?
That's the go-to.
We want the dude to go to jail. He needs to go to jail. Accountability, justice for the family. Yes, that needs to happen. Absolutely. What are you saying? So you don't recognize that the whole Black Lives Matter movement was because of getting justice and unarmed black people being shot and killed, just like you're seeing this happen to this kid? Or not seeing the same situations playing out when people are armed? If the whole point is for the police to just show up and just shoot, what's the point? People there could have done that.
Right.
Show up, just pull up and shoot, and somebody made a good point. It's like what are we doing? The culture does need to change. I'm talking about, and I haven't gone through the training. Please, if for the people that have police that have gone through the training, comment, let us know. What does the training, do they take you through any kind of process on how to deal with power? So you take this regular citizen, all of a sudden you give them all of this power and you put a gun on their hip. And I heard somebody say this, I'm quoting, or kind of maybe I'm trying to quote someone word for word, but you put a gun on their hip, put them in a souped up car and put lights on it. Now they're the authority in the streets. Like, what kind of training are we doing to make sure that people understand the power that they have, especially when you talk about taking a life? And yes, It is a dangerous job that you signed up for. I didn't sign up to be black. You signed up to be a police officer.
Yes.
And I'm going to be honest with you too. And I'm just being honest with how I feel about that. I support cops. What y'all mean? What are you saying? If something is going on, I'm going to have to call the cops. Support the cops. But the idea that blue lives matter, there are no blue lives. You choose to be a cop. I care about people. I care about people. In the uniform, out of the uniform. I care about people. Nobody's asking for, people just want fairness.
That's it. For people to care. Like you just said, you care about people. So when people get to talking about where's Black Lives Matter and this and that, that's just showing me that they don't care about people.
Yeah.
They're just caring about trying to prove some type of point.
Right.
That doesn't even have anything to
do with it.
With the situation.
None. Because we want the dude in jail, the maximum sentence. What are you saying?
Like, these people just lost their lives. You talking about where's Black Lives Matter?
Right.
What?
Where's Black Lives Matter now? Where's the protest? What protest? We don't support that. And guess what? The person this is the whole point. The point is that you had the two gentlemen that killed Ahmaud Arbery. They called the police. They didn't shot the man down in the middle of the street. They called the police. Guess where they went? They went home for a couple of months. They didn't even go in. It took video to get out for those guys to be arrested a couple of months later. There was a full-blown manhunt for this dude. And they got him the next day. That's the difference. People want to talk about black lives. What do you mean? There don't need to be no protest because dude is in jail right now. Dude is in jail right now. Reopen the Breonna Taylor case.
It's too many, man.
What y'all saying?
It's too many.
Talk about. That's the difference. That's the difference. Then you got police sending money to Kyle Rittenhouse. Some police just got fined because he was sending money to the defense fund for Kyle. A kid that left his home, went in the street, and killed two people. Killed two people, walked past the police with his gun. Don't see the difference.
We can't do that. Don't do that.
Don't see the difference.
No.
Don't see the difference.
No.
And then wrote Kyle a note. Police, men in uniform, we stand with you. You did nothing wrong. Amazing courage.
And that's the problem.
That's why justice hasn't been served, man. It's gonna take a.
I don't even know what it's gonna take, bro.
I know.
Cause you talking about this many years?
I know. It's just crazy the amount of effort that went into making sure that that there was a guilty verdict.
And it's just me. I just feel like it was just pressure. It was just pressure on him to.
I mean, he had cops. He had his chief testified against him. It's like, I don't know. I think the biggest thing, man, it has to be accountability amongst your peers. Accountability amongst your peers. I'm married. Eric would never let me cheat on my wife. Would never let me do that. Accountability amongst your peers. The reason why this continues to happen, because there's an understanding. There's an understanding. What is it called? Qualified immunity? We got to look into that. There's a lot of stuff, obviously that I didn't know about, learning about stuff that's, being used as a blanket of protection. There's a lot of money in that. There's a whole lot of money that goes into policing. Whole bunch.
They just protected, bro. They just feel like they protected.
Well, they are. They are. They have been protected for a long time. That's the culture. It's the culture. It is the culture. It's the culture.
This whole thing crazy.
All right, talk about what we're supposed to be talking about. Is no a level of interest? So if you got something to sell and I say no, am I interested?
You just said no.
No is not a level of interest.
It depends. For me, it depends on where that no is coming. Like if I just come up to you and I
cold sale. It's a cold sale. It's a cold sale.
A cold sale. A no in a cold sale isn't an interest level.
Interesting. Because it is on the radar. Some salesmen feel like a no is actually on the radar. But when you don't know nothing about this product,
right,
then there is no level of interest. But now that you know about it, you might have said no, but
now that's what I'm saying. So with that type of scenario, like a cold call, and you just elevator pitch, boom, person say no, it ain't that they don't want it or that they don't need it. They just don't know exactly what they getting.
Okay.
And the value that is gonna be.
Okay, so
them.
no trust. Maybe you weren't able to get that trust yet. So no is a level of interest then.
It just depends, man. It just depends. It does. Cause you can break through that no.
So one no don't mean it's over. Somebody say no.
You get 3 no's. It might be.
It's over.
It might be over with 3 no's. But one no, you just don't know. You don't know what you're missing out on. You don't really understand.
So do you think you can fix that? You can get that in that one call, or would it have to be a follow-up? If you get them back on the phone the second time, then you're going to get them.
If they answer that phone the second time, it's over with.
It's over. Okay.
But on that call, you're going to have to be... You're gonna have to be real creative in order to be able to get through them. I don't work at call centers where it's cold calls and hello, hey, my name is such and such from such and such. I'm giving you a call because I see you, blase. I didn't put any information. Hey, you just moved. You just moved, didn't you? You just moved. You got a new house, blase. That's when I was selling security. You just got to try to find a way to get it.
I always find it interesting when people literally put in that information for a product. We have literally had someone put their name, their email, and their cell phone number and click submit. Boom, I get it. I send an email. Hey, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. I call. I say the key words from the product that you submitted for. This is Bryson from the Speed Camp. Oh, I ain't got time to talk. You just submitted your stuff. Or you will submit your stuff, your name, your email, your phone number, and you will not respond to one email, one call, one voicemail, no nothing. Let me tell you what else I think is so funny. And I'm done. Don't ask for the price. I'm done. Everybody, look at me. It has never failed. Every single person. And this last time, I intentionally did it only to 2 people to test it out. One more time.
You said, I'm going to give it one more shot.
I'm done. Everybody that asks for price before they come in for their free assessment never shows up. They never respond back, and they never come in. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Somebody prove me wrong. If you watching this, prove me wrong. everybody that always says, oh, hey, I'm interested in the camera. How much is it? They never come. You know why? They're more worried about the price than the product.
Right.
You don't know what you're getting, but you want to know the price. You proved it. You had a good point the other day.
Yeah, they get to ask them about the price. Tell them $1. Tell them $1. Don't tell them anything else. Don't tell them what they getting. Don't tell them what time it start. Don't tell them what time it finish. Nothing. Just tell them it's $1. And just be silent. And then wait to see what they say. Oh, it's $1? Okay. So
Right.
yeah, they're gonna be stumped.
So for $1, your kid gonna come in here, I'm gonna sit him down on that couch and I'm gonna go do my training session.
Boom, but guess what? You just got the best price you can find for $1.
For $1. For $1.
Right.
So guess what? Guess what though? You're gonna be mad when you come back and ask your child, what did they do? What you do today? I just sat on the couch the whole time. Oh, you mad?
What you mad about?
You mad?
You paid $1.
You paid $1. What you think you was getting for the $1? You mad?
You paid
Oh,
$1.
but now that $1 wasn't worth sitting there for an hour, was it?
No.
It wasn't worth it, was
the
it?
value
The
is
value
there.
was off
because he can sit at the house
for $1
for free. For free. You see what I'm saying?
Don't ask for the price no more from me. I ain't giving you no prices. I did it on purpose. People like, well, how do I know? You can afford anything.
Everybody affords everything that they
People
want.
afford what they want, what they find a value in. You got stuff right now that you can't afford, but you got it. People want to ask for the price and then,
Always.
Well, that stuff be cracking me
Always.
up. And I tried it one more time. I said, you know what? I even told you, I said, man, I'm going to go ahead and give it to him. I'm going to give it to him and watch. They won't say nothing. Straight ghost. As soon as I gave him the price, nothing. Then, when you don't give people the price too, and they keep asking for the price, you might as well stop responding to those people. Because what are y'all looking for? You looking for a deal?
Yep.
That means I need to go up on the prices then. Y'all looking for a deal. This ain't the place to just get a deal. This the place to get results. You already trying to put a price on what you want.
Right.
Like, people literally we talked about this before. The people that are trying to penny watch on a service like this, they are looking for the cheapest amount for the best, absolute best results, or the most service out of their service. It's always the cheapest people want the most stuff. And the people that spend the most money here are the easiest clients that we have.
Because they understand. They understand the value.
That just be cracking me up.
It's always.
I'm
like
telling
that.
you, I'm giving you my time already for free.
Right.
We're giving you a free consultation. What do you got to lose? You ain't got nothing to lose. You ain't got nothing to lose. You gonna come up here, get to see a beautiful facility, meet some good people, and get a free assessment. You ain't got nothing to lose. At least you can see put a value to the place that you're gonna be possibly spending your bread. But you rather sit at home, not even come and try to just figure out the price to determine if that's what you want to do.
Determine where you going? The price is going to determine where you going?
Determining where you going. This ain't the right place for you.
No, sir.
Oh, I'm done. Hey, call me what you want. Don't ask for that price no more. I'm going to tell you it's free. The assessment is free, and that's the truth. No more. Don't ask.
Said don't
ask, especially if I don't know you. If I know you, you train already, I'll give you the price. But if I don't know you from the outside and you trying to get the price, another thing I realized is I'm gonna give you some game right now.
All right.
I'm gonna give you some game right now. This is our process. You have to do A, B, C, D. You don't get to come in here and change the process. You don't get to run this. Okay? Contrary to what you believe, as the client, you don't run this business. As a possible client, you don't run the business. So, and you might think I'm reaching, but if you ain't never owned nothing, you don't know nothing. There's a process. And there's a reason why there's a process. Because we already know when we get that price, people don't even show up for the free assessment. It don't even matter how much it is. Because you might have a $9.99 price, and it's not $9.99 now. That's $9.99.
Yeah, right.
You might have a $999 price, and people out there test it. You might have a $666 price. You might have a $199 price. Give that price out before they go through your process. It don't matter what the price is.
It doesn't.
People ain't gonna show up. People don't come.
I mean, like $199.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
You don't even know what you're getting for the $199. And you already, nah. Boy, I was about to give you the kitchen sink and some more.
Right. Had no clue.
No clue.
So for $9.99, or let's just say the camp was $50. You be willing to come up here for some BS for $50? So for $50, I know. So you'll spend $49.99, and I just put your kid on a bike for 30 minutes?
And you're gonna be driving back home talking about this is some bullshit.
Right.
Blah, 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 blah. No, you should have paid the price.
It blows my mind. It blows my mind, boy. I'm out.
It's always gonna be
Hashtag ask Sauce Twins, but don't ask the price. Don't ask the price. Hey, appreciate y'all, man.
Subscribe, man.
Right, we out.
What will you sacrifice to be great?